I'm live. Hello and welcome. I just got done talking to Larry King and That Comic Awesome. We did a stream together, holding court over on Larry King's YouTube channel. It was pretty good times. Although we kind of ran way over our schedule. I mean, it happens. So this is probably going to be a pretty quick stream, simply because I don't have time. I really don't have time to do a lot more. And boy, it doesn't look that good. Oh, hey, it just cleared up on the stream there. Moved it a little. Looks like we got some jiggle. Did it go away? No. Try that. Maybe that helped. That didn't help at all, did it? Let me make this window bigger so I can see my chat. Just in case. Oh, God. Hey, J-Dot. Hi. That comment's from 10:36, which is before I started streaming. But hello, welcome. Anyway, yeah, it was a super busy evening. I was busy at work, and then I didn't get out of there till late, and one thing led to another. And anyway, I got Extermination number 5. I realize you're doing a tribute cover here, but why are there 3 black pages? You could have just put Stan Lee right here. I'm pretty sure the man himself would understand. So Extermination Part 5. Art looks okay. I wonder if we ever clear up the thing with the French kids. Oh, look, there they are. Hi, French kids of evil, who are more powerful than all the X-Men psychics. Oh, hey, while I'm thinking about it, I did get this in the mail today from Kickstarter. Came with a little print. Black and white samurai manga stuff. It promises to be really great, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. Should be awesome. Anyway, Extermination 5. It could be cool. This is the stuff I got out of the 50-cent bins. I got another issue of this somewhere, so I thought, oh yeah, I'll just go with it. I have no idea what it is. I don't think I read the other issue. Oh, that's a creepy-looking gorilla. He's got no eyes. Cool. Then I got these. I have no idea what they are. But they were all together. Like, when I grab the 50-cent stuff, I just grab, and I go. I finally got a Sparrowhawk number 1 to go with the Sparrowhawk number 2 that I already had, that I haven't read yet. So, looking forward to reading that. Oh, the alternate books are turned. Oh, you know I'm going to review that tomorrow. And crud, I need to do this is the last one. I really got to go read all the Tinseltown so I can do a review of it real quick. Feast or Famine, number 1. I don't know what to expect from this, but I got high hopes. Psycho Co, number 3. Should be a lot of fun. Okay, that's what I got at Graham Crackers. Let me just take these and set them aside. And then at Westville Comics, well, you know that's where I got my True Believers stuff, of course. It's all Fantastic Four because they're trying to hype up for Ben Grimm's wedding, which I can't bring myself to care about at all. Look at this, man. This is a great cover. Here comes Blastar, exiled no more. The solid red background to indicate danger. Oh, it's good stuff. Let's just randomly open it and see what we got going on. We got an ad. Excellent. We've also got like an army over here with super weapons and the Inhumans. Look at that. Black Bolt's flying around, zapping people. Oh, there's Medusa wrecking some dudes with her hair. That guy whose name I never remember because he doesn't matter. And that kind of goes for most of the Inhumans, doesn't it? Frightful 4, baby. You know I'm going to have fun with that, man. The Sandman, he gets around. He is actually a scary, powerful character. People think of him just like a Spider-Man villain. Claw. Claw's not the coolest enemy. Because this is, Claw's that Sonic guy, right? Yeah. This is Jack Kirby art, man. Look at this gun! Dude! Oh, we must be messing around in Wakanda. Could be fun. We got Ronan the Accuser, of course. I mean, the Fantastic Four, they are not even that powerful, and yet they run around dealing with cosmic stuff all the time. That's fun. That's fun. Like, Ronan way, way outclasses the Fantastic Four with whatever it is that's special about his hammer. I forget what kind of weapon that is. Then I got this at Westfield. I don't know anything about it. This was a total lark. I saw it, and I got curious. I flipped through it, and I saw some neat-looking, like, spaceship stuff going on here. There's also a lot of talking. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? What on earth? Oh, it must have been a dream. Okay. Well, we'll just flip that closed. The dead kid shoes, man, that was a bit much. What do we got here? This was the... Oh, it's supposed to be the Marvel preview stuff. I'm not falling for that trap. Sorry, Marvel, it's just not happening. I'm not going to believe you. Oh, it is a nice little calendar. Well, that's cool. Neat. I thought it was going to be like a little previews book. Hey, J-Dot, I saw you left a comment here before I started streaming, and that was weird, and I don't know what was going on with that. So I don't know if YouTube messed up, because I had opened up the YouTube app on my phone up there, and I did the prep work for the stream. I got it to, like, I put in the new comic book day, but I never hit the stream button, because I was wrapping up the stream I was on with Larry King, and yeah, where we just talk like events and stuff, and it was a hoot. So we were still chatting, and I was ready to go, but then we ended up talking for like 15 more minutes. So I'm thinking maybe the YouTube app did... Wow, and I just whacked the camera. I think the YouTube app maybe did something really goofy there. But I'm glad you stopped in, man. I don't think I'm going to go too long tonight because it's so late and I need to go do some other stuff. Let's see if there's anything interesting in here. You know, I don't like the way that looks, and it's the coloring's fault, because I flip it open and I see the line work right here. And I like that line work a whole lot more than the actual coloring. You been busy? Is it busy or bad busy? Because I've been good busy, and I like being good busy. I'd rather be good busy than not doing anything. Oh, now that's kind of dope. I like it. I'm probably not going to buy any of these books, though. I don't trust my writers to write these kind of characters. Avatar comic, okay. I'm not really seeing anything that catches my eye here. Well, that might be interesting. Let's flip this around. I think I pre-ordered Criminal. You know I'm looking forward to Doomsday Clock number 9. I seem to be the only person that likes Doomsday Clock. Thanks to Sabrina. In this series was proof that blossoms are the root of all evil. Appear to fans of Netflix's streaming witchery. Okay, I take it back. That doesn't look interesting. For a second, that's why I did the whole fold here. Mostly getting ready for Christmas, yeah. I'm not doing a whole lot for Christmas, so there's not a lot of preparations here that I have to do on my part, thankfully. I thought my brother was going to come up, or I was going to go down there, but all that kind of stuff just kind of fell through. You like good. I was talking to Larry King and that comic Awesome, and they were just like, it's no good. And I'm like, it's pretty good. And they're like, it's no good. But that's one of the great things about people who aren't, yourself, is they have different opinions and different ideas. And I do a lot of hand gesturing on the camera. And those ideas that people have, sometimes they make you rethink things. And you can get some wisdom out of that. You can get some growth out of that. So them not liking it, maybe I will think more thoroughly about Doomsday Clock, and see what it is about it that I like, and take maybe I can bring that argument back to them and talk to them about it some more or something. But this looks interesting. This might actually get me to break my embargo with IDW. Like, I am down. You start throwing Q around in Star Trek, and I just start enjoying it. So, I'm probably doing it. I'm probably doing this thing. Turok #1. You think that's going to be any good? Wasn't even being published by Dynamite. Why isn't that a Valiant title? That feels weird to me. That feels kind of weird. Absolute Flashpoint. Why would you do that? Flashpoint was terrible, except for the Batman part. Like, there was nothing redeemable about that, except for Batman. Well, that's actually a pretty cool little statue. I will never buy one of these statues. For one, that kind of stuff is priced, and two, I have nowhere to put it. But, it's still a pretty cool little statue. I like this Rorschach bust. That might actually... I take it back. Oh, $150. Never mind. Oh, Turok, the dinosaur hunter. It was a comic book character from the mid-90s to late 90s. Published by Valiant, which was bought by Acclaim, and was Acclaim Comics at the time. So Turok, he's got a couple of games that are, what I'm talking about. Let me flip back to him. There's a couple of games on the Nintendo 64 based on the Turok character. So it's a guy hunting dinosaurs, kind of a barbarian thing, but also I think there's guns and stuff. It's not a character I'm super familiar with. In fact, let's see what they say about it. Oh, it's right here. Turok #1. In the waning days of the Indian Wars, the U.S. cavalry has captured Andar, and Turok will stop at nothing to rescue him. That quest will lead Turok, Andar, and even the soldiers to a strange lost land inhabited by creatures beyond their imaginations. Okay, well there you go. Hint, they go fight dinosaurs. Like why make it more complicated than that? Hey, I saw a back issue in one of the stores I was in. I didn't even look twice at it. British superhero tracking the surprising rise, softcover. I thought that superheroes were a uniquely American phenomenon. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Miracle Man, blah blah blah. Okay, great, Miracle Man, cool. Oh, we're out of comics. The Red Sonja piece here is huge. For Russell, part of the appeal of Red Sonja is the opportunity to blend sword and sorcery with historical adventure in the same way Robert E. Howard so often did. I'm a huge fan of ancient history because there's no clear line where history ends and legend begins. So in a way, all ancient history is a work of fantasy. I really wanted to write a fantasy title that allowed me to work, and then this is so hard to read because the paper's so dang glossy, and I apologize for that. Badass Queen of the Steppes. It's hard to imagine a better character to tell the story than Red Sonja. Okay, whatever. You lost me. Let's go back to this calendar thing I was looking at. Got a couple ads at the start. This was a nice little freebie. I don't know if you've been to the comic book store, but this is kind of nice. If I didn't already have a calendar up on my wall at work from the American Physical Society, I'd hang this up. Thor, the God Butcher. Yeah. Thanos Rising. Oh my god, I cannot flip that up. There's like static. Oh god, that is terrible looking. I hate this interpretation of Beast. I really do. She looks like she's been automatically like shaded. Wolverine looks terrible. What on earth pose is Cyclops in? Oh my god, that's just... You know, I might have the issue that that artwork comes from. That's kind of goofy. Civil War. Huh. You know, that's kind of appropriate because that's what I just spent 2 hours talking about was comic book events. Meh. Oh, that looks cool. That almost makes me want to get into Venom. Okay, we got fake Spider-Man, cool. And Deadpool, kind of in a Rob Liefeld style. See all the 90s little hash lines and stuff? Who did the art for that, I wonder? There's no feet in the picture. Rob Liefeld. I went to a new comic book store, much smaller, maybe half the new comics as the other one I go to. Well, let me ask you this question. Like, I go to 2 different comic book stores to try to maximize my selection because I have 2 available in my town. Did you get a different like experience at one of them than you did at the other? Because the 2 stores I go to on a regular basis are very different from each other, and the third one, which I only go to once every 6 months or so, like if I'm looking to buy a why am I talking about it? I don't remember if it was Frankenstein or Uzumaki, but I bought one of these Junji volumes there a couple months ago. And I just kind of go there to try to support them a little bit to keep them in business. But do your stores provide like different experiences? Because at Graham Crackers, the manager Sean, super talkative. He'll talk comics all day. The guy at the other store, not nearly as friendly. Very different, yeah. It's really all about the like owners or managers or whatever who's in the store. The stores are even laid out pretty different. Like Graham Crackers is. Hold on, we're gonna use my Alterna pen and doodle a little bit. Not that anybody really cares, but this is my stream, dang it. Like at Graham Crackers, the store's kind of like real long. So it's like the books they have on commission are like right here. Then there's back issues for Marvel, DC. New comics, indies are all on the wall, like over here. New Marvel books are right here. New DC books are here. And then, let's see, there's a little gap, and then it continues, and it's more DC and Marvel. And then the very back, there's like Valiant over here on the side. Some special stuff, like their books and stuff like that are for sale. And so that's like one store. And this is like when I think of a comic book store, kind of what I have in mind. There's new stuff aplenty on the shelves, but it's really dominated by the boxes of back issues that are hanging out here. There's also like indie back issues and stuff, but they're on the ground instead of up at table height. If I go to Westfield, I get I don't know if the store's wider, but it feels wider. There's like a walkway here and here, and there's some display stuff here. There's a little table of back issues over here, and all the rest of it is shelves, like you walked into a bookstore. New issues are up on the wall like this, and over here too. This is like clearance is right there. Checkout counter is like right up here. Now, checkout at Graham Crackers is here. I guess you can tell where the checkout is because this is the place I didn't draw anything at. And there's such very different experiences. Here's the door. There's the door. It's super different. Like you walk in here. I was trying to explain this to somebody, and it's like, this is the comic book store I would go to. Like this is what I think of when I think of a comic book store. You got all these back issues waiting. You got lots of cool new stuff. There's a stand of trades next to each one of these. There's like DC trades are right here. Marvel trades are they here? They're either here or right here. New trades go in this little section right there. There's some free stuff to take on the walls, and like kid books are right here, you know, like DuckTales or whatever. First one's comic book record store. Oh, that's amazing. Second is Pop Comics, which is an appropriate name because half the merchandise is Funko Pops. Yeah, at Graham Crackers, there's a whole space of shelving right here that's basically Funko Pops. And Westfield has some Pops too, but not as many. So, you know, you walk in to Graham Crackers and the manager, Sean, he's like right here. And as soon as he sees you, like he's got your books. You walk in the door, and by the time the door shuts and you've taken 3 steps, he's got your pull right there in his hands to hand to you, which is amazing. Over at Westfield, the guy will be like, hey, we got anything on the pull for you? Because even though he knows your name, he doesn't know what's in store. And so you go, no, I don't think so. Or, yeah, maybe I do. And then he's got to go all the way to the back and then all the way back out to hand it to you. And it's a big waste of time. He's an okay guy. I asked him for a special purchase the other day. I guess it was last week, maybe the week before. Because I like Unnatural has some very risque covers, and I'm like, hey man, I got one of these when I bought one of those covers from you. You got some more of these so I can bag up other covers that are like that? And he's like, oh yeah, sure. And so he sold me all these, I think 20 of these bags for like 8 cents a pop. It's a pretty good deal, since I can't find these things anywhere. And now I'm like set. Like if Unnatural just decides like we're gonna go with covers that you don't want to show anybody, and I'm collecting them, then well, I'm protected. So he was pretty cool in that regard. He'll get you what you want. But Sean, he will talk comics with you for like an hour. Very friendly, very businesslike, very different approach. This is like a comic book store as I think of it. This one is more like the comic book store I would take my mom to, if that makes any sense. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You need stores with different feels, different parameters, different product lists. It enables them to compete against each other, to find markets that aren't being serviced. You know, that's how your store survives, is you get a character, and that character attracts a certain clientele, and then that clientele buys your stuff. And I appreciate the different feeling. I like Graham Crackers a little more, but Westfield is so dang close to me. There's a third store called, is it just Capital Comics or Capital City Comics? I don't remember. They're closer to downtown, so they're kind of a pain for me to go to. There's also another Westfield Comics that is in downtown. I never go there except on like New Comic Book Day. But Capital City Comics, they just renovated, and it's also a very different feel. You walk in, so I got the door like here, and the counter is like here, and this goes off to like a storeroom in the back. Who knows what's there? And so all the comics are like arranged like this, and there's a table in the middle, and there's some more books over here. So you pay right here, and it's like that. And the reason I mention this isn't just because the store's interesting or anything, but like right next to it, and this is, it's a record store right next door to it. Kind of like what you were talking about. They're just two separate businesses, but they are located right next to each other. And this record store, according to one of my friends at my day job, is actually like one of the best record stores around. And next time I go to Capital City Comics, I'm going to have to go there and check out their selection. I don't know where my record player is or if the needle for it is still any good, but maybe they got something cool and I'd like to buy it. Interesting. Interesting. Anything else for tonight? I gotta say, man, I have really enjoyed the conversation that we've had about the stores. I hope you have too, with my bad doodles here. But I find other people's experiences to always be interesting in the regard that the way I see comic books, this store is kind of like what a comic book store looks like in my head. It doesn't always match up with what other people say. Your wife is really into records. Yeah. Man, I still wish I had all the records we had when I was a kid. Like, some of those have got to be worth some cash. We had good stuff, man. Christmas, and we're really getting off the topic of New Comic Book Day, but Christmas when I was a kid, we get the old record player we had, which was this beautiful hi-fi unit, the kind that they don't make anymore. It was all silver and stuff, and put on Christmas records. So you have like Bing Crosby singing. You could hear it all through the house because it turned the speakers up, and they were big old speakers too, old school. And whenever I think of records of any type, just in general, that's what it makes me think of. That's what I associate it with in my mind, is those happy memories. And I got a record player somewhere around here, but I haven't used it since I went to grad school. So, well, that's probably an exaggeration, but not too much of one. So like 10 years or something. It's somewhere downstairs in my basement, but I haven't unpacked all that stuff from when I moved up here. And before that, it was in storage somewhere else, so who knows if it works. I should probably get it out and hook it up. I got jeez. Let's is there anything over there that's gonna dox me that I can see? No. Let me. Alright, we're going on a trip. We're going on a trip here. Kind of turn it. I got this space right here in this fold-out desk, which you can see it's a mess right now because I got my old trading cards and some other stuff on here. But I'm now that I got most of my comic book stuff, cleaned up. Oh God, don't look at this mess. This is my to-read pile. But I'm gonna clean this out, and I might put that record player in there and get my records and stand them up kind of to the side where the trading cards and the Hello Kitty lunchbox is, which I think would be pretty cool. All right, let's kind of migrate back up in here. Stop jiggling. I get it. It's pretty close. So, records are cool. I guess is the takeaway there. Records are cool. Anything else? No, J Dodd, thank you so much for hanging out for me for like the last 20 minutes or whatever, man. It's been a good conversation. But I think I need to call it here. It's getting late, and I still gotta make one more appearance somewhere else before I hit the hay. And I need to get going. Stream's kind of short, but on the other hand, I mean, I'm looking at my books, and while this looks like a big stack, it's mostly like alternate stuff, which I'm going to talk about a lot more with reviews, or it's like True Believer stuff or my 50-cent books. There's not actually a lot of cash value here to show off. Although this Kickstarter book is super cool. So you have a great night, sir, and I will see you next time. And thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Bye bye. No, that wasn't the right thing to hit. There we go.